This is QUIGG BELFAST for Apple TV in association with Macklin Gym Marbella. We're in Belfast here for the final press conference of the tour.
Yeah.
Frampton v QUIGG with me. I've got trainer Shane McGUIGAN. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, what an atmosphere.
Unbelievable.
Even surprised us.
I know. Team QUIGG rather and Eddie Hearn got an absolute roasting when they first arrived there. And a taster. What's going to happen in Manchester?
I think so. Listen, QUIGG's going to have a lot of fans himself, but he can't keep going on and trying to wind Frampton and Dad up and myself and expect to come to Belfast and get a nice welcome. It was never going to happen, so it was always going to be on the cards.
I think it was anticipated that they would get some sort of frosty or hot reception, but the people here, like your Dad said, they care about the sport, they care about
big boxing fans.
Boxing, and it's evident here today.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, boxing fans. They come out to support amateur shows all the time. So it's right down to the roots that they always show up, and they know a good boxer when they see him. That's why they got behind Carl Frampton.
We've seen 3 press conferences, and we've seen not a different side to Cole, but a kind of a little bit of a rattled side to Cole.
Yeah.
Did you expect that?
Yeah, I mean, look, he's fired up for this, but we're a long way away, as Eddie and Joe keep saying. We are a long way away, but he's been fired up for this fight for a long time, just because he really believes he's the better fighter, and that's why he's so passionate about it. And he is the better fighter. He just wants to prove it now. It should have happened at British level. Carl's ambition when he started out was to win the British title first, and Scott was in his way and didn't want to fight him. And I know from Hatton stable, Hatton Promotions, that they didn't want to fight at the time. Obviously, it was probably a blessing in disguise because they let it brew to this magnitude, and they've both gone on to win world titles. But now it is the perfect time. Carl's been waiting a long time to prove that he's the best.
Cole's been very vocal about his dislike of trainer Joe Gallagher and also Eddie Hearn. Is he becoming a little bit too emotionally involved in that way?
No, I mean, listen, do you know, it actually helps fuel his training and helps fuel him. Carl's a kind of cool-headed guy. He always shows up on the night. You look at his last performance out in El Paso. He didn't show up because there wasn't a crowd there. The thing with Heyman didn't get signed till late. We couldn't get enough fans out there, and it was all a bit rushed. So it was almost like a lackluster spar. Whereas when the occasion comes, when all his fans are out cheering him, he's a real Belfast boy. He's a real people's champion, and that's what lifts him to that next level. Joe
Gallagher believes that this fight will go early in favour of Scott Quigg. What do you make of that?
He's just saying that. I mean, come on, we know Joe. Joe's a decent trainer, but he'd be foolish to think that it's going to go early. There's always a possibility. I mean, who thought Callum Smith versus Rocky Fielding was going to go early? And people can walk onto lucky punches, but if any of them's going early, it's definitely Scott Quigg. He starts slow.
Right in the middle of this press tour, the news yesterday that you've been announced as David Haye's new trainer ahead of his scheduled comeback. Where did this come from, Shane?
He contacted me like last Christmas, and he's had a couple of things to sort out, a couple of injuries and a couple of niggles, and this isn't a quick comeback. This is a genuine planned attack to get back to where he was and surpass where he once was as a WBA heavyweight champion of the world. So I'm not going to speak for him. I'm sure he's got press conferences planned. But yes, it's a joy to work with. I've been working with him now for about nearly 2 months, just off camera. It's surprising that nobody's picked up until now. But yeah, he's brilliant to be working with. What a talent! I mean, he's still got a lot left. Trust me.
We saw in that little video by the Lad Bible that he wanted to go with you. One of the reasons was Carl Frampton and his style. So obviously that's a compliment to yourself and what you've done with Carl. Yeah, definitely.
He's always been very complimentary of Carl and my training methods. And I think I mean, I just want to put it out there. Me and Adam Booth. Him and Adam are, they've obviously parted ways, but I think I have the utmost respect for Adam Booth. I think he's a fantastic trainer. They've obviously decided to go separate ways, and we've been talked about similar styles of coaching, and I think it's quite a clever move from himself to employ somebody like myself who's similar to the way he's been taught his whole career.
Just finally, Shane, when can we expect any sort of date around when David will return?
You'll find out soon.
Yeah, not giving anything away.
No, I'm not. I can't give anything away. It's not my place. He's employed me to get him into condition. He's in fantastic condition already. We've still got quite a bit of time to go until he's ready to lace the gloves up. But as I said before, he's having a genuine planned attack to get himself back to the top.
All right, Shane, listen, best of luck with the camp over Christmas as well for Team Frampton, and also with your new venture with David Haye. Absolute best of luck.
Appreciate it, thank you.
All right, thank you very much.